Hello guys, this is Raptormon 132 here, and welcome to my 15th blind commentary video post of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 5. Yep, as you all know, I did episode 14. Today I'll be looking at episode 15, and this one is called Rarity Investigates. Interesting. From the title, I'd say this is going to be another Rarity episode. Yeah, that's the second Rarity episode in a row. Like, last episode was a Rarity episode, and now this one, I suspect, is going to be a Rarity episode too. So, I guess that's two Rarity episodes in a row. Which I don't think is a bad thing, but, yeah. As for Investigates, I don't know, she might, like, I think she's, you know, she'll probably try to find out who, like, try to find something, or I don't know, but, I guess the only way to find out, as usual, is to watch the episode. So, yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Here we go! Ah, it's that Candlelight Boutique place.
Oh, Sassy Saddles, don't you just love my new FiM Mystique chic line of gowns?
Sequins and sashes.
Hey, Sassy Saddles.
Where in Equestria did you find the inspiration?
Huh,
Oh,
interesting.
I modeled them after the adventures of Shadow Spade. Her stories are always full of mystery and
Shadow Spade.
suspense, and best of all, fabulous costumes.
Is that like a investigation novel or something?
What you doing?
Oh, just making some minor adjustments. Shadow Spade believes it all comes down to attention to detail. And so do I. There. Now it's perfect.
Huh.
Hey, guys.
That's it.
Look at this mess.
Hey, Rainbow.
My bad.
Well, so yeah, it looks like my suspicion was correct. This episode is going to be an episode centered around Rarity. Another Rarity-centered episode. Second in a row. And I wonder what Rainbow is up to. Like bursting in like that. I bet it's going to be like a book festival or something. Well, I suspect so. But I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'll have to find out. So yeah.
Sorry I messed up your dress thingy.
Nothing we can't fix in a stitch. What are you doing in Canterlot?
I'm here for Princess Celestia's Royal Garden opening tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Royal
Rumor has
Garden
it the
opening.
gardens are especially lush this season. I
Whoa.
think that the Wonderbolts will be kicking things off with an aerial display.
Oh, sorry, I was reading the credits.
You heard right. And Rainbow Dash is here to fly with them. So exciting.
Oh.
Well, kind of exciting. Technically, I'm not flying. I'm just the lucky reserve who was called in to be the backup flyer in case a Wonderbolt can't perform. Oh, don't be so modest. Out of all the reserves,
Well, it
you
still
were the one
counts.
chosen. It is pretty sweet. And I do get to stay in the castle, hang out with the Wonderbolts, and eat awesome food at the dinner tonight. Speaking of the dinner, you're still coming, right? Heavens, yes! A chance to dress up, be charming, and show off my newest FiM Mystique couture. I wouldn't miss it for all of Equestria. Great.
You look good in the hat. Didn't happen this. Ah!
Oh, the rhinestones I ordered.
Huh. Oh, what stones?
Oh my. Oh, there's been a mistake. I ordered dragon cut stones, and these are hoof polished.
I'm sorry, but I've got a full load of deliveries today. I'm not sure I have time to redo your order.
Heh. Oh well.
Oh, of course you don't. Your job is so difficult. Honestly.
She's
I don't know
using
how
a
you keep
sexual
all the
charm.
roads Straight.
Oh, it is pretty tough. And what with the boxes all being...
Yeah, I knew it. She's using a sexual charm.
Oh, yes. And I very much appreciate it. But if there was any way you could squeeze in one more little delivery, I would be eternally grateful.
Yep.
Who could resist that little face? Well, for you, Rarity, I'll see what I can do.
Works every time.
Rarity, you could sweet talk a filly out of candy. Oh,
Or a
No,
cult
I
out
know
of
the
candy
cult.
in this case.
now you simply must help me pick out an outfit for tonight. Something from the new collection, of course.
Ah, the Wonderbolts. There was Spitfire, Soren over there.
Let's grab some grub.
Yep.
Is that juniper phoenix I smell?
No, it's broccoli.
Vegetable
Yeah,
buffet.
Juniper Phoenix is one of my favorite stallion colognes.
Ooh, who's
Mine
this?
as well, it's masculine and yet soft, with the barest hint of floral notes.
Oh, Rainbow Nose.
Don't you know who this is?
Well, I don't.
A gentle pony with fabulous taste in colognes and scarves.
It's Wind Rider.
Wind Rider.
So nice to meet you.
You didn't let me finish. He's a living legend. He holds the Wonderbolt record in the Mustang Marathon.
Well, that was a long
Huh.
time ago. Honestly, I can't believe I still hold the record.
Wind Rider.
Huh.
I see you met Rainbow Dash. She's
I
one
see.
of our most promising reserves. She just might beat your record.
Really now?
Oh, I'm nowhere
Really?
near as good as you. I mean, I'm fast, but I don't have the endurance to go long distances.
Heh.
Don't be modest. A little
Modesty.
practice, you'll be beating records in no time.
Modesty. I never thought I'd see that in Rainbow Dash before. Usually she's like a big bragger. Going, I can beat that. Yeah, no problem. I can definitely beat that. I'm the best in the world. Alright, I'm getting a little overboard, but I think you get the point. But I guess in front of a celebrity, you know, she wouldn't, you know, she'd be modest, but oh well. Anyway, continue.
Well, it's nice to meet you, fillies.
Not as nice as it is to meet you, sir.
I don't trust him.
I'm also sensing something strange.
I'm sensing some kind of deception.
I can't
Also, I
believe
love
I
his
just
voice.
met Wind Rider. Yeah, he's coming out of retirement to take the spot of honor in the center of our aerial flower formation tomorrow. Really? That's incredible.
Ah, he's with Celestia.
Guess I'll just watch Wind Rider being awesome from the sidelines. Practice tomorrow is gonna be so boring.
I don't suppose I could keep you company.
You could. They always let friends and family come watch practices. Ooh.
Oh dear.
Sorry about that. Let me help clean that up.
Oh, no. It's almost impossible to get stains out of silk. But not to worry.
Oh. Ah.
I've come prepared.
Ugh. Typical Rarity. And also, that was very
That dinner was
Oh!
absolutely...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Different colored royal guards. And they're Pegasi. Hang on. Aren't Pegasi royal guards usually white? Or grey? Yeah, usually I remember royal guards, like whether they're unicorns or Pegasi. Actually, I know that Pegasi royal guards are usually white, while unicorn royal guards are usually grey. That's unusual, seeing different coloured royal guards. Oh, bit of a change, I guess. Anyway, continue.
Divine. Thanks for inviting me. Ooh, you're staying in the East Tower? Those rooms have the best view of Canterlot.
How lucky are we? Well, we better get some shut-eye before practice.
Huh,
See you tomorrow,
I guess so.
Rarity.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me company, Rarity.
What's Rarity
You weren't
doing?
here? Well,
She putting-
I don't know who I'd be talking to right now.
Is that suntan lotion?
You'd be talking to me.
Hey, Soren.
Rainbow Dash. Spitfire's mom sent a message that she was sick. She had to leave to take care of her.
Oh no! I hope her mom's okay.
Me too. In the meantime, we need you to fly at her place.
Like, in
Really?
an actual show?
Unless Spitfire comes back, yes.
I won't let you down, Soren. Ah! This is the
Heh.
best thing ever!
I think.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! I'm gonna get to fly with Wind Rider and the Wonderbolt, cause I'm the bestest and I'm awesome and they
Ugh.
Rainbow Dash?
Let her have this, darling.
It seems Rarity knows Rainbow very well. Huh. Well, that's awesome that she gets to fly with the others.
Hello there. A friend or family?
Family. My daughter's a Wonderbolt, but I don't see her up there. Do you know Spitfire?
Wait, that's Spitfire's mother?
But I thought you were sick.
What?
Well, Spitfire got a note from
Wait.
you saying you weren't feeling well, and she went
What?
home to take care of you.
She's not
I
sick.
didn't send a note.
That's so strange.
Stormy Flare? Aren't you supposed to
Stormy
be sick?
Flare. Is that her
What's
name?
happening?
I don't know, but I do know I didn't send my daughter a note.
Could some pony have sent Spitfire a fake note?
Who would do such a thing?
Some pony who wanted her out of the show, I suppose.
Why would any pony
Yeah.
want that?
Maybe. So they could take her spot.
No, Rainbow wouldn't do that. Oh dear.
Me? I would never do that to Spitfire. Why would you think it was me?
I did see you and Spitfire leave the dinner together.
We were room neighbors in the castle.
And you did say you would do anything to fly with Wind Rider.
What about some solid evidence?
Lady, you that's to prove lack of fucking evidence! Lack of evidence!
That doesn't prove anything.
Anything?
Spitfire came by my room and told me she had to go see her mom at around midnight. Where were you then?
I was asleep at midnight, having this totally amazing dream. There I was,
No.
flying with Wind Rider and the Wonder
No.
like I've always wanted to.
Oh,
Never mind.
you don't need to go into detail of dreams.
Rainbow Dash, if you can prove that some pony else is behind Spitfire's disappearance before the start of the show, then you can still fly with us. In the meantime, Misty Fly, Blaze, head over to Stormy Flare's house and try to find Spitfire and bring her back. I have to warn you, if you sent that letter, the bylaws are clear. I'd have no choice but to ban you from the Wonderbolts forever. Understand?
I
Well-
understand. But how am I gonna prove I didn't send a letter that I didn't send?
I know who could figure it out. A detective. That sounds like detective music.
With me!
You?
Detective Rarity is on the
Rarity.
case, and we're
Detective
going to get to the
Rarity?
bottom of this faster than my costume change.
Yeah, what's with the getup?
Rarity, you're not a
I'm
detective.
channeling Shadow Spade through these gorgeous garments, and she would say that the best way to prove that you didn't send the letter is to find out whoever did. First stop, the scene of the crime.
You need an actual... What?
We had a long road ahead of us, Rainbow Dash and I.
What?
Well, not long, because we didn't have much
A
time, but
reference
the point
to detective
is,
movies?
I was up for the challenge.
You're
There I was,
serious.
surveying the crime scene
But, are you sure?
and looking trashy while doing it.
So now I know what...
Must be the envelope.
So now I know what the title is representing. Rarity Investigates, as Rarity takes over takes over as a detective investigating.
Duh.
Oh, should have seen it. But anyway, I don't think that Rainbow Dash did that. You know? Rainbow wants to be, Rainbow's conceited, but she wouldn't do something so low. So, I wonder who did it. I don't know who did it, but oh well, we'll find out. Continue.
For the letter Spitfire got. These look like hairs from a rainbow mane.
That's not good.
Rainbow Mane.
Rainbow Dash was getting antsy, but I had faith I could clear her name and find the real culprit.
What are you doing?
Well, I hope you can find.
Oh, just thinking thoughts.
More like narrating your own
Dash was
story.
right. In order to solve the mystery, we had to be focused, driven, 100% in the... Ooh! The damask pattern on these curtains is exquisite. Oh, and this velvet rope holder. Oh, it's just...
We don't have time to look at the decor. They're gonna kick me out of the Wonderbolts unless we solve this thing.
I know, Rainbow. And I'm on this case like a charm on a bracelet. Here's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Had to bring Spitfire that letter, which means some pony must have seen them.
The Royal Guards.
I have a few questions for you.
With a black and white background, they look just the same, instead of different colors.
We don't have all day. Where were you on the night of last night at midnight?
We were here, guarding the hallway entrance like we were supposed to.
A likely story.
I'm telling you, we were there all night, and no one went in or out of that hallway.
Except for you.
What are you trying to say?
Just that there are only 2 rooms in the northwest wing, yours and Spitfire's. So the only other pony who had access to that wing was you.
The waters were getting
Really?
Rainbow Dash's tactics were, well...
There's got to be more to this than meets the eye.
I should take it from here.
Ugh.
You castle guards have such a difficult job. I'm guessing that at times it can be rather boring.
It is. I've counted all 345 bolts in the ceiling tiles 293 times.
And of course, being a...
I wonder if that stallion's got an erection underneath that table.
But if you took a break,
no, that was
more than
inappropriate.
deserved it.
You're right. We don't get a lot of recognition for what we do.
Except for last night when some pony was nice enough to leave a cake for us. So we did take one little break when we ate that cake.
What kind of cake was it?
Cherry with a custard filling?
Was the frosting vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Was the base of the cake decorated with buttercream rosettes?
It was.
Ugh, who cares how it was decorated?
Rainbow Dash was questioning my methods,
Ugh.
but I knew what I was doing.
Do you?
Did I say that one out loud? I mean...
Yes, you did.
I think I'm guilty at this point.
Unless,
I really did want to fly in that
unless...
show. What if I wrote that note when I was asleep?
Anyway, sorry. Unless Rainbow Dash is taking lessons from Pinkie Pie and randomness and fourth wall breaks, then yes, she could hear you. Sorry, I had to say that. I didn't have a chance to say it, but yeah, sorry, continue.
Sleep! Do you know what I do when I sleep? Because I sure don't!
Oh, calm down, Rainbow
Sleepwalker?
Dash. We'll get to the bottom of this. There's only
No,
one bakery
I
in
doubt
the
you're a
catalog that makes
sleepwalker,
chocolate
Rainbow.
cherry cake with custard filling and buttercream frosting rosettes, and that's Cinnamon Chai's Tea and Cake Shop.
Uh-huh.
How can I help you? I've heard you have the best chocolate
Hello?
cake with buttercream frosting rosettes in town.
Oh, you travel in the right circles. We have the only chocolate cherry custard cake with buttercream frosting rosettes in town.
It's a very interesting transatlantic accent.
Who was the lucky pony?
I can't even say.
Why? Because it was some pony famous?
No, because it was hard to tell. She was wearing a trench coat, sunglasses, and a scarf around her head that covered most of her face. But I do remember she had a really deep, raspy voice.
What do you mean, raspy?
Well, kind of like yours.
Raspy?
If there's anything else you can remember, dish.
Well, have I got a story for you?
Wait.
The pony you bought.
I could be wrong, but if this... I'm starting to think, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but could the one who did it be a changeling?
Close, but definitely wrong.
I don't know, but if this is a changeling, then that would explain why they thought they saw a rainbow and the things. But I don't know. But actually, no, I don't think it is a changeling, because if I recall, changelings are not supposed to come back until episode 8. I mean, until season 8. Because if I remember correctly, I was spoiled by the fact that Queen Chrysalis comes back. And that means the changelings are coming back in season 8. And also, not to count the... Like, I know that they do appear in an episode in the season, like in a scene in season 5, in the season 5 finale, where the changelings took over in an alternate timeline, but I'm disregarding that. I'm discrediting that because that's an alternate timeline. But yeah, unless Rainbow, it's either like unless Rainbow Dash, like Rainbow Dash is lying, but I seriously doubt it. Or if it's possibly a changeling, then yeah. But I don't know. I guess the only way to find out is by what is continuing to watch. Sorry, continue.
The cake threw a big fit when she accidentally got chocolate ganache on her scarf.
That's terrible.
Chocolate ganache on a scarf.
White? No, maybe more than ivory.
You don't say.
I can't believe you're talking fashion at a time like this.
Rainbow, don't panic. I need you to trust me.
Trust you? You spent more time changing clothes than trying to help me. I'm doomed.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Come on.
What? This is more a detective movie than...
Rainbow Dash was obviously upset.
Well, detective
now I had
reference.
all my ducks in a row. Except one. She was not going to like it. But there was only one
How
way
droll.
to find out if my suspicions were correct.
We looked everywhere, but Spitfire wasn't at her mom's house. Where could she be?
I found the culprit.
Who's the culprit?
Some pony sent Spitfire away and framed Rainbow Dash for it. And that pony was none other than... Wind Rider!
Wind Rider? Ugh.
Rarity.
Well...
I can't believe you would accuse Wind Rider of framing me. He's a living legend for Pony's sake.
All the evidence points to him.
These are serious charges. What is your evidence?
What evidence
Well-
could you possibly have?
Well, let's hear your evidence.
Ask about cake, admire decor, and change outfits a gazillion times.
Let me explain. I never believed you would send Spitfire away. And when we found the rainbow hairs in Spitfire's room, I could tell they didn't fall out. They were cut.
Actually,
No pony loses
come to
hair
think of
in a
it, yeah.
And look at the ends. It's a straight line. They were clearly cut with shears, which means some pony planted it. Then when
But
we were
who could have
examining
cut...
Spitfire's
How could
room,
someone cut Rainbow Dash's
there was
hair?
something on the envelope. Juniper Phoenix, Wind Rider's cologne of choice. Then, in the castle hallway, I noticed some of the damask curtains fell out of their velvet rope holder, indicating that some pony had been hiding behind them. Perhaps after they dropped off the fake letter?
Juniper Phoenix is a very popular fragrance, and any pony could have moved those curtains.
Precisely why I questioned the castle guards. They were at their post at the entrance to the hallway all night, except for a small window of time when some pony brought them cake. A cake that was ordered by a girl pony with a raspy voice. Whoever ordered the cake got a chocolate stain on their ivory scarf. And I couldn't help but notice that Wind Rider's scarf is tied in a tight Windsor knot.
So it was Wind Rider.
Slip knot. And why is that? Is it to hide
I should have...
the chocolate stain?
I should have known.
This is preposterous. Wonderbolts, you don't believe a word of this, right?
The jig is up. You got busted.
Just admit it. You're as guilty of framing Rainbow Dash as you are of ruining that ivory scarf.
Might as well come clean.
Fine. You caught me. I did it.
But why, Wind Rider? Is it because I took the last broccoli at the dinner? And
No.
you really, really wanted
It's because
it?
he's a scumbag.
No. It was because he was afraid that you would break his long-distance Wonderbolt record. I heard him when Spitfire said you were close to breaking his record. He said, and I quote, "Heh heh. That's the polite but disingenuous laugh you make when you want to seem happy, but really, you're not."
I thought if I could get Rainbow Dash kicked out of the Wonderbolts forever,
So-
my record would be preserved.
They would have gotten away with it too if it went for these meddling kids.
Really?
Heh.
That is so not cool. And I thought you were the coolest Wonderbolt ever, until now.
I did what I had to do to protect my record. Sometimes you gotta play dirty to be the best.
That's not what being a Wonderbolt is all about.
That's true.
She's right.
Not being
Wonderbolts look
anything's-
out for each other. Which reminds me, where is Spitfire?
I sent her the letter pretending to be Stormy Flare. I told her I had Pegasitis, and the only cure is the Ice Iris in the Crystal Mountains.
No wonder she's been gone so long. Ice irises are almost impossible to find in spring.
The Crystal Mountains are too far for any pony to make it there and back before the Royal Garden opening.
Except for Rainbow.
Dash, we need you to fly in Spitfire's place.
Huh. Looks like Soren thought the same thing I did.
I'm gonna get her.
Well, you'll never make it in time.
Then there's no time to lose.
She's the fastest pony alive. She can get there anytime.
Rainbow Dash is
Also,
still gone.
which reminds me, and on top of that, why isn't Wind Rider arrested? You know, why isn't he being arrested right now? You know, he committed a crime, and he's not even arrested. Yeah, well, whatever. Sorry, continue.
If I know Rainbow Dash, she'll come through.
Just in time, too.
You're back! I can't believe you made it!
I wouldn't have if Rainbow hadn't found me so fast. Gave me enough time to fly back.
Rare, I couldn't have done it without you. And I'm sorry I doubted you. But why didn't you tell me what you were doing?
Well, I didn't want to get your hopes up until I was sure. And I couldn't be sure until I saw that
Yeah,
chocolate stain.
can't reveal
Thank
evidence.
you for believing in me, even when I was doubting you. I'm some friend, huh?
Actually,
Well, I'll give it to you, Rarity.
You went to get Spitfire.
You did very
even though
well.
You couldn't fly today.
I'll get my chance one day.
Or today. How'd you like Wind Rider's spot in the show?
What? You can't do this to me.
Yes,
I'm
she
one of the
can.
greatest Wonderbolts there ever was.
Not anymore. For attempting to frame Rainbow Dash, I hereby strip you of your Wonderbolt status.
You deserve that!
That's the least you deserve.
You're confined to quarters until court-martial. Get him out of my sight.
So.
And not to mention, he should be arrested.
Would I? Yeah.
Ugh, Rainbow.
Dash.
So my friend got her moment in the sun. Or the center of an aerial flower, as the case may be.
Huh. Well, at least Rainbow got
I
got
a
what she
chance
wanted.
to show off my Femme Mystique chic collection.
That's nice, dear.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I say that out loud?
Yes.
All's well that ends well, that's what I say.
Huh. Well, I'll pause here and I'll tell you my thoughts later. Actually, wait a minute. Before I do, I just want to check something in the credits. Let's see. Ah, here we are. Wind Rider. Jan Rebson. Or Rabson, or... Yeah, Jan Rebson. Never heard of him. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to pause for a little while, take a little break, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts about it. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So, what do I have to say? I had to admit this episode was interesting. Like, it had interesting references, it had, you know, it was funny seeing Rarity change her outfits, and but I think it was funny at the same time, even though I actually, come to think of it, I didn't actually really laugh, but yeah. So, but anyway, I still thought it was interesting, and yeah, it turned out to be Wind Rider all along. I should have known it was him. Then again, I sort of kind of suspected it. Like, I didn't actually really say it, but I kind of suspected it because, you know, it can be somebody you, like, it's usually the one that you least expect, and, you know, but, although I did actually suspect it was probably a changeling, but, yeah, I guess I was wrong about that. But anyway, I thought this episode was interesting, seeing Rarity take on the interesting references of classic detective movies. Yeah, it's interesting seeing that. Like, yeah, like classic detective movies like Dick Tracy. Well, actually, Dick Tracy is more a comic series than a TV series. Or even though that they made a movie of Dick Tracy in the 80s, which I have seen. I thought is entertaining, but well, then again, Dick Tracy is not really a narrated type detective movie. So yeah, it was interesting to see that. Yeah, so it looks as if Rainbow Dash got what she wanted in the end anyway. Like, although I reckon that Wind Rider should have been arrested for what he did. Like, not just stripped of his status of Wonderbolt, but he should have been arrested. Because, well, yeah, whatever. I guess Equestria doesn't do that, but it should. If this was real life, Wind Rider wouldn't have just been stripped of his Wonderbolt status, but he also would have been charged and arrested. But, oh well. But yeah, it was funny seeing Rarity taking on, different, showing off her different dresses and taking the role of a detective. Well, at least she didn't screw up like Pinkie Pie did in Mystery on the Mystery Express. Like Mystery on the Mystery Express. Or I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's that season 2 episode before the before the season 2 finale. So at least she didn't screw up like Pinkie Pie did. So I'll give it to Rarity. She did pull it off pretty well. Though I reckon Twilight would have probably been pretty good at it too. But yeah, which actually makes me think. I reckon that Rarity probably got inspired to read detective novels because of Twilight, because Twilight reads a lot of, from what I remember in the season 2 episode, she reads a lot of detective stories. So yeah, I reckon Twilight must have inspired Rarity to read detective stories. If that's true, I'll give it to Twilight for that. But yeah, all in all, I thought this... one other thing I forgot to mention was Rarity using her sexual charm on stallions, as she usually does. Well, actually, not just on Spike, but on stallions too. Well, obviously it would work on stallions. Unless, of course, you happen to be homosexual. Unless, of course, one stallion happens to be homosexual. But, yeah. Like, even using her sexual charm on the royal guards. I can imagine what... Like, if this wasn't a children's show, I reckon one of the royal... Like, one of, at least, would have had an erection from Rarity's feet. Like, from Rarity using that charm. And you know, if that table wasn't there, it would have shown. But then again, from what I know of animal anatomy, like from what I've seen in some, like from what I know of, horse dicks could grow, like could erect to massive lengths and size, so he wouldn't be able to hide it under the table for long. Yeah. But actually, I shouldn't... Well, that's actually dirty talk, but yeah. Anyway, this episode was interesting, so yeah, it's also, like, great references to detective stories and all that, so yeah, I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed my blind reaction to episode 15 of Season 5, and hopefully I'll get on to episode 17 as soon as I can when I get the chance. But as usual, until then, thank you all for watching. This is Raptormon 132 saying bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye.
Stronger.